Hello student, we are going to discuss with the lesson work and energy. In this lesson, we already completed with the concept of the definition of work, what are the factors that affects the work, and also we already discussed with the definition of energy and some of the types of energy. Okay, in that we discussed with the first type. Yeah, the first type of the energy, that is kinetic energy. What is the formula? What is the formula we get for the kinetic energy? Kinetic energy is equals to half mv square. We get the formula of the kinetic energy is equals to half mv square. Okay. Now we are going to discuss with the next concept. What we are going to discuss with the next concept? The next concept what we are going to discuss is about the potential energy. What is potential energy? We want to going to discuss with the definition of potential energy, and we are going to discuss with some related relations for the potential energy. We are already discussed with the kinetic energy. We derived the formula for the kinetic energy, that is half mv square, and also we solved the two important problems on using that formula. Right? Did you remember that? By using the formula of the kinetic energy, we are going to solve the two problems. Now, today we are going to discuss with the potential energy. What is potential energy? What is the formula to find potential energy? And some related problems to solve the potential energy. Okay. First, we are going to discuss with the what is the definition of the potential energy. What is potential energy? Or define potential energy. What is this potential energy? If you see the definition of the potential energy, what is potential energy means? It is defined as the energy of the body due to position or change in the shape. What is potential energy? It is defined as the energy which a body due to the change in the shape. One more time I tell what is the definition of potential energy. It is defined as the energy of the body. It is defined as the energy of the body due to the position or change in the shape. That type of energy we call it as a potential energy. What is potential energy? The energy takes place where when the body changes its position or in the shape. Either the body changes the shape or either the body changes the position. Then this type of energy we call it as a potential energy. What is potential energy? The energy in which or the energy which applied when a body changes its position or changes its shape. The body which changes its position or if it changes its shape. This type of energy we call it as a potential energy. What is potential energy? The energy applied to a body when the body changes its shape or it changes its position. Then that type of the energy we call it as a potential energy. Example, if you see some of the examples for the potential energy, the first example is the water that kept in the dam. Okay, when the gate is not open, the water is present in that area only. It is in the rest position. When you just open that door, what happens? It's move, right? Therefore, when you apply the energy, it changes its position. It is moving. Okay, that is the best example for the potential energy. The water kept in the dam. Okay, the water that kept in the dam is an example for the change in the position. And another one example for change in the shape, the example is bent string of the bow. If you use the bow, you just see that when you're going to leave an arrow from the bow, what happens? It gets string. That means it gets bent. It changes shape. When you apply the energy to the bow, it changes shape. That means it is bended. Okay, it gets bent. Therefore, this is also the one of the best example for the potential energy. This example is for the change in the shape, and water kept in the dam is the best example for change in the position. After applying some of the energy, what happens? The movement of water takes place, the motion of water. Then that is the best example for the potential energy. First of all, you want to know what is the definition of potential energy, and also you want to know the best two examples for the potential energy. First of all, what is potential energy? The energy required. What is potential energy? The energy which required to a body to change its position or to change its shape. That type of energy we call it as an potential energy. What are the two best examples for the potential energy? The two best examples for the potential energy is, one is water that kept in the dam, and the another one example is bent string of the bow. These are the two examples for the potential energy. Now we are going to discuss with what are the factors that affect the potential energy. There are so many factors, right? What are the factors that affects the potential energy means? First we will see the factors, then we will go to discuss it. What are the three important factors? What are the three important factors that affects the potential energy is, the first one mass, second one height, and the third one change in the shape. These are the three important factors that affect the potential energy. What are the three important factors that affects the potential energy? The three important factors that affects the potential energy is, one is mass, next height, and the next change in the shape. Okay, these are the three factors that affects the potential energy. Now we are going to discuss one by one how these factors affects the potential energy. If you see how these factors affect the potential energy means, if you see the first one, that is mass. Okay, if you see the mass, the potential energy is directly proportional to the mass. That means if mass is increases means we want more potential energy, right? If the mass of the substance is more means we want to put more amount of the potential energy. Therefore, the potential energy is always directly proportional to the mass. If mass goes on increases means the potential energy goes on increases. If mass decreases means the potential energy goes on decreases. Therefore, the potential energy, for the potential energy, the mass is directly proportional. How the mass is related? The mass is always directly proportional to the potential energy. The first factor. What is the first factor we discussed? The first factor what we discussed is the mass is always directly proportional to the potential energy. Okay, let's next second one, height. What about the height? If more height is there means more amount of potential energy is required, right? The energy is also more required. Therefore, for the height also, potential energy is directly proportional. For height also the potential energy is directly proportional. Understood? For the mass also the potential energy is directly proportional, and for the height also the potential energy is directly proportional. And the last one is change in shape. Okay, change in shape, how it is related with the change in shape. If you see, I said that the bow and arrow, if you are going to tie a thread for the bow, or you are going to stretch it, right? For stretching, how much of energy is required? The more amount of energy is required, right? For the stretching. If you are going to stretch the bow means, you want to apply the amount of energy more. You want to apply the maximum of amount of energy what you have. Therefore, if you want to change the shape, of an object when it is in the stretching or when it is twisting, okay, when it is going to the stretching or when in the time of the twisting, the more amount of the potential energy is required. What is the third factor? What is the third factor means? If you are going to change in the shape, this is the third factor, change in the shape. Greater the stretching and greater the twisting, more amount of potential energy is required. When in the time of greater the stretching and in the twisting, more amount of potential energy is required. These are the three important factors that affects the potential energy. What are the three important factors that affects the potential energy? The three important factors are, the first one, mass, second one, height, third one, change in shape. What are the three important factors? The first one is mass, second one is height, third one is shape, change in the shape. All these factors are always directly proportional to the potential energy. That is, if mass increases, potential energy increases. If height increases, potential energy increases. And also, if change in the shape, when you are going to stretching or when you are going to twist the object, then also the potential energy increases. These are the three important factors for the effect of the potential energy. I hope you understood what are the three important factors of potential energy. Now we are going to derive an equation. Now we are going to derive an equation for the potential energy. How we are going to derive an equation for potential energy means, just you take that, consider an object of mass m. You want to just written the diagram here. Here you want to see that, consider the m is the mass of the substance and also h be the height. M is the mass of an object or mass of an substance and h is the height. M is the mass of the substance and h is the height from the ground. Okay, from here. H is the height of the substance from the ground. M is the mass of the substance, h is the height of the substance from the ground. And also, we want some force to apply, right? If you want to move this object from ground state to the applied state, that means in the excited state, we want the amount of energy. That energy we call it as an potential energy. What is the energy to lift the object from the ground state to the excited state? We call that as an potential energy. What are the things you want to take? Just one time I will say. For deriving an equation for the potential energy, for deriving an equation for the potential energy, what are the things we required means, one is the mass of an object. One thing you want to know is the mass of an object. And another one thing is the height of an object from the ground state to the excited state. Okay, one is the mass of an object, one is the height of an object from the ground state to the excited state. Okay, you can see the differences. Here is also an object, it enters to the excited state. And also, here is also an object that also goes to the excited state. What is the difference between these two? Did you understand my question? The question is, if you see these two diagrams, what are the diagrams I written on the board? If you see these two diagrams, diagram 1 and diagram 2, here in the both the diagrams, if you see in the both the diagrams, the objects move from the ground state to the excited state. Okay, here also the object is moved from the ground state to the excited state. Here also the object is moved from the ground state to the excited state. Here he considered the mass of the object is m also. Here also the mass of the object is m. And the height is also h here. Here also the height is h. Then what is the difference between these two diagrams? Okay, what is the differences between these two diagrams? If you see the path, it directly moves from ground state to the excited state. But if you see in this diagram, here also the object is moved from the ground state to the excited state, but it not in the straight direction. It has its curved path. Right? Best example for this one. Can you give a best example for this? Okay. When you are coming from the, okay, listen that. you are now you got the holiday, right? When you are in the time of when your schools is started, you have the summer vacation, right? In that time, you want to go for your grandmother's house, right? You want to go for your grandmother's house in the time of the summer vacation. And that time what you do, when you are going from the home to your grandmother house, you will go straightly. You didn't tell any of the stories that we don't want to go, or we want to stay here. Not like that. Anything you will not tell. Directly will go to your home to your grandmother home. Right? You will go to from your home to your grandmother home, you will directly go. Consider that all the holidays are get to over. Okay, you want to coming back to your home. What is you are thinking? Ma, don't go. Today I don't go, ma. Tomorrow I will go. Day after tomorrow I will go. Some of the reasoning you are giving, right? To come from your grandmother home to your home. Okay, this is like that. But you want to think that you want to come from your grandmother home to your home, it is definite. Okay, you want to come. Here also the object want to come from the excited to the ground state. Okay, the object should be come from the excited to the ground state. Here also the object will come from the excited state to the ground state. Therefore, we don't want to change in the height. If it is in the cross section also, we don't want to change in the path. We want to consider that as an h only. That height, the momentum of the particle from the ground state to the excited state, here also we want to consider it as h only, and here also we want to consider it as h only. Therefore, what is the formula we know for the work done? The work done is equals to force into displacement. What is the formula to find the work done? Work done is equals to force into displacement. Okay. Here, if you see that the force, that is m into g. The displacement is what is the height. How it is displaced, how much of the height it is displaced. Displaced is h, how much of the height is displaced. Therefore, we want to take it as h. Here, how the force is equal to m into g means, here I said that the formula for the force is mass into acceleration. This is also the acceleration only. But here it is acceleration due to gravity. I said that in the previous formula also, the work is equals to, for the formula, force is equals to mass into acceleration. I said m into a, that is also same. Here also the acceleration only. This g indicates acceleration due to gravity. What is g indicate? G indicates that acceleration due to gravity. This is also acceleration, that means a only. But here it depends upon the gravity. Right? If you see the object, just take the example of an apple, what the Einstein did. Take the example of an apple, just pull to the upward. It again for the some while it go to the up, and again after the all the energy get over, it again come back. Why it is come back? It is come back due to the gravity, the force of the gravity. That we called as in g. Acceleration due to gravity. And the value of the g is always constant. The value of g is always constant. What is the value of g? The value of the g is 10 meter per second. What is the formula of the, first of all, work is equals to force into displacement. For the force, we have the formula, force is equals to mass into acceleration. Here also the same, don't confuse that. G is also the acceleration only. But here G is acceleration due to gravity. Therefore, W is equals to mgh. H is for displacement, how it is displaced. What is the height of displacement? H. Therefore, the formula of the potential energy. What is the formula of potential energy? The formula of potential energy is equals to mgh. You want to remember the formulas. Okay. Yesterday also we discussed with the one formula, that is for the kinetic energy. Today we are going to discuss with the formula of the potential energy. What is the formula of potential energy? Potential energy is equals to mgh. What is this mgh? Mgh is equals to, m is the mass, g is the acceleration due to gravity, h is the height. There is mgh, m is the mass, g is the acceleration due to gravity, and h is the height. Therefore, the potential energy is equals to mgh. One more time, I just tell how we get the formula for the potential energy. We know that the formula for the work is equals to force into displacement. This is the formula. Work is equals to force into displacement. But for the formula for the force, it is mass into acceleration. Here also the mass into acceleration only, but acceleration due to gravity. Therefore, you just substitute and you get the formula for the potential energy is equals to mgh. We get the two formulas. One formula for the kinetic energy and the second one is for the potential energy. What is the formula of kinetic energy? K is equals to half mv square. And now we get the formula for the potential energy. The formula of the potential energy what we got is mgh. Understood the formula? Now we are going to discuss with the sum of the two examples to solve this potential energy. Okay, to go to solve this potential energy, we are going to discuss with the two examples. Take the first question. First we will discuss with the first example. Take the first question. The question is, I just read the question. Find the energy possessed by an object of mass 10 kg when it is at the height of 6 meters above the ground. One more time, I just read the question. Find the energy possessed by an object of mass 10 kg when it is at the height of 6 meters above the ground. Given that g is equals to 9.8 meter per second. Okay, what is the value of the g? Therefore, the value of the g, that is acceleration due to gravity, it is the constant value. What is the value of the g? 9.8 meter per second. The value of the g is 9.8 meter per second. One more time, I just read the question. Find the energy possessed by an object of mass 10 kg when is it at a height of 6 meters above the ground, and given g is equals to 9.8. The value of g is equals to 9.8. Okay, this is the question. Now we are going to solve this one. Okay, to solve that we already know the formula to find the potential energy. What is the formula to find the potential energy? Potential energy is equals to mgh. Okay, this is the formula, right? The formula to find the potential energy is equals to mgh. Okay, in the question, if you see what are the things they given, what are the things that given in the question means mass. They given the mass of an object is 10 kg. And also they given that it is moved from the height of 6 meter. You get the value of mass. Mass is equals to 10 kg. And height is equals to 6 meter. Acceleration due to gravity. You can ask that. Ma'am, you tell that in the question they given the value of acceleration due to gravity is 9.8. But here you written the acceleration due to gravity is 10. Why? If you see the decimals that you can write, 9.8 is approximately equal to 10 only. Okay, the value of 9.8 is approximately equal to 10. Therefore, I taken the value of g is equals to 10. Okay, you get the value of m, you get the value of h, you get the value of g. Just substitute. I am going to substitute in this equation. Okay, I am going to substitute in this equation, that is potential energy is equals to m is equals to 10, g is equals to, h is equals to 6 and g is equals to 10. Therefore, if you multiply, you get that potential energy is equals to 600 joule. Understood the question? How we are going to solve it? By knowing the formula, P is equals to mgh we can solve the problems. Okay, take another one problem. Another one problem is given in your textbook. An object of mass 12 kg. An object of mass 12 kg. Just I am changing here only. Okay. An object of mass 12 kg. Therefore here 12 kg. Object of mass is 12 kg. At a certain height. They didn't give the value of the h. Therefore h will be the question mark. And also the given the acceleration due to gravity is 10 meter per second, and also the given the value of potential energy also PE. They given the value of potential energy. What is the potential energy they given is 480 joules. They given the value of the potential energy is 480 joule. Fully I will read one time the question. An object of mass 12 kg is at a certain height above the ground. If the potential energy of an object is 480 joule, find the height at which the object is with respect to the ground, and given that g is equals to 10 meter per second. Therefore, what will happen to this formula? That potential energy. You know the formula PE is equals to mgh. But here it changes, you want the value of h. Therefore, h is equals to PE whole divided by, the formula is h is equals to PE whole divided by m into g. This will happen the formula. You don't want PE, they are already given in the question. But you want the value of h. Therefore, the formula is changed to h is equals to potential energy divided by mass into acceleration due to gravity. Substitute the values. What are the present here? 480 divided by, what is the mass they given? 12. 12 into 10. Therefore, the height is equals to, calculate it. What is the height you will got? 480 by 12 into 10. 0, 0 cancel, 12 ones are 12 fours are. Therefore, h is equals to 4 meter. What is the height you will got? H is equals to 4 meter. If you see the question, in the question, they given the mass. They given the acceleration due to gravity. They given potential energy. But they didn't give the value of h. Therefore, you want to change that formula regarding to the h. Therefore, h is equals to potential energy by mass into acceleration due to gravity. Therefore, h is equals to 480 by 12 into 10. 0, 0 cancel, 4 ones are 4. 12 ones are 12 fours are. Therefore, height is equals to 4 meter. This is how you are going to find the height potential energy by using the formula potential energy. Potential energy is equals to mgh. By using this formula, we are going to solve the problem for the height. Okay, what we discussed today in the class? We discussed about the definition, example, factors affecting the potential energy, and also we discussed the formula, how we are going to derive the formula for potential energy, and also we are discussed 2 examples to solve the potential energy. Understood the concept what I explained today? I explained today fully about the potential energy. In the before class, I completed with the kinetic energy. Today, I completed with the potential energy. And next class, we are going to discuss with the law of conservation of energy. Okay, that is also the one of the important concept of this chapter. In next class, we are going to discuss with the one of the important concept, that is law of conservation of masses. Okay, hope you understood everything. Okay, I hope you understood everything. In the next class, we are going to discuss with the law of conservation of mass, law of conservation of energy, Up to that, bye everyone, and thank you.